Fellas, it looks like Triple H may have been onto something because we got a news report today stating that Mr. William Ospreay requested time off or he took some time off because he did 3 shows back to back. AEW Dynamite. No, yeah, it was 3 shows. AEW Dynamite, Collision, and Double or Nothing. They said after those 3 days, he was like, you know what? I'm cooked. I need some time off. I won't be back until the following Dynamite. Now, Brian, as you said, he responded to this, correct?
Yes, he did. Let's go on ahead and check that out here, fellas. Let's go on ahead, see what Mr. Will Ospreay had to go on ahead and say.
What did that man say? He said, since when? I've got this Wednesday at home, then I'm back to work. But why do you have this week at home, sir?
And why do you have
Do
an
y'all
American accent all of a sudden, man?
Oh, my bad.
Osprey's stepping
Bring
up
it
his
back up,
game.
Brian, so we can read it
Oh
again.
no.
Will Ospreay actually said, "You're not gonna bring it back up? I'm serious."
Oh.
He actually said, "I've got this Wednesday at home, then I'm back to work." How's that,
Bruv,
bro?
that was
Bro,
beautiful.
bro,
Come
you gotta
on,
throw a
bro.
brother in
Tearing
there.
up.
But what do y'all think, man? Do y'all think he is actually not in it for the grind, having to work 3 days off? Did he really go to Tony Khan's office and said, "Look, sir, you got to give me a Wednesday off because these 3 days back to back is crazy." When we know these WWE wrestlers, a lot of times they'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think they get Thursdays off for like those crazy house shows after whatever the big show is. It's insane. Do y'all think Triple H was on to something? Brian, what's on your mind?
I mean, bro, we never know the full story behind all of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's always tough to judge. But based on this report, it does look soft, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, 3 days, bro. Like when I wrestled in high school, it was like, bro, if like practicing 5 times a week, hard training, and it's like if you miss one day, bro, like to me, like you was soft, and I get it. You know, these guys go through intense training, maybe even more intense than what I was doing in high school, or not maybe, but I'm sure. But at the same time, bro, it's like, bro, this is your job. You get paid millions to do it. So if your excuse is that it's hectic, then what are we really doing here, bro? I mean, like you're being paid millions, like. It at one point that was unheard of for WWE wrestlers, and when that was really the monopoly of the industry, and you seen these guys doing house shows, whatever it was, and AEW don't do no house shows. I just want to point that out to those that don't know. They do Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision, and a lot of the time, Dynamite and Rampage are filmed on the same night.
Same night.
So it just really, it's really interesting what's going on here, but nonetheless, you know, I love Will as a wrestler, but if this was the case where he felt that it was too hectic, then that is a little bit alarming.
Hmm. Mr. Valentine, Brian made a lot of good points and he said a lot there. What do you think?
You know, I just think he's running away from the grinder. I told this young boy the other day, if you want to work, man, you come to the WWE, and look what he does. And it just, the whole time you guys were talking about it, I feel like maybe some wrestlers, especially the ones like Roman Reigns and Will Ospreay and other wrestlers that make such a big name, maybe they should wrestle every now and then. That should be the thing, you know? Kind of keep it seasonal like how it is in boxing. It worked with Roman Reigns. Why shouldn't it work with Will Ospreay? As a matter of fact,
Because
I
he's
have
not
no
Roman
qualms.
Reigns.
True, but I
He
have no
can be.
qualms.
Got some work to do.
True, but I have no qualms about Ospreay just, you know, taking a break. Whatever, he should, because the less this guy wrestles, the better. Believe me, because it goes insane. Whether it's, you know, having a match against
Yeah.
Jobber Jr. or Brian Danielson, it's the same to him. He just breaks his neck every single time. It somehow fixes itself by the end of the match. But man, this guy, we need him healthy, especially because everybody else is injured in AEW. We need him healthy. My question is, if you're gonna take this break, it's not in your contract. Nobody held a gun to your head like not Carl Anderson, Arn Anderson would. You know, nobody pulled up the Glock to you and said, "Write this on Twitter." Why would you announce this after everything that happened with Triple H? You just paint a huge target on your back. I just gotta assume this is like, what do you call it? The young boys, the young fellas now, engagement farming.
Hmm. Well, I don't know because they put this story out and I mean, he had to say something, I feel like, because he knew he wasn't going to be on Dynamite tonight and they're saying he's taking a hiatus. Like I
Okay,
think you
so
got
there
to
was a
get in front of
story.
that just because of what Triple H said. But I mean, I still don't think it makes him look any better because if you think about it, I mean, I understand you say you got to take a break sometimes, but he's only working 1 day a week. Like, bro, you could pull a 3-day week. If you're leading up to the pay-per-view, it's like inventory if you work in a store. Sometimes you got to put in those extra hours. So if you need to sell these pay-per-views and you need to get on 3 shows that week, you get on 3 shows that week, you fly home after the pay-per-view, come back on Wednesday, go home for the rest of the week. I mean, come on, bro. We're out here working, what, 80 hours a week 40 hours a week, most of us. And you just got to fly to this show, wrestle, fly back home, and then you don't come back for 7 days. I mean, I do think there is a point here where he is kind of running from that grind. Because wrestling is a grind. You got some people in WWE making, what was it, $350,000 a year?
Yeah, that's the minimum.
And how many nights a week?
Yeah.
Insane. Go ahead, Kiro. I saw something on your mind.
You said 80 hours a week. That's, I think, the new normal for the guys that are around my age right now. Nowadays, you got to have 2 jobs. Like, otherwise,
yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have a roof over your head. But, I mean, like I said, man, Ospreay's at that level that he can do this. I think there's no problem. But I guess what you're saying is if he's going to walk the walk or talk the talk, he's got to stay behind whatever he's saying, you know? Like he was saying to Triple H, I'm not running away from the grind. But you know what? I got to agree with you. This kind of feels like he's being a hypocrite. Just tell the honest truth.
I mean, that's like being a company guy. You know what? If the company needs you, if you want to put the company on your back, you show up and you put those extra hours in when they need you. We see Swerve Strickland, who is the champion right now, but this guy's doing interviews, it seems like, every day, and everybody is not living in the same place he is, so he's flying out, putting in that extra work, putting his feet to the ground, trying to build up this company name. So you see who wants it, and you see who just wants to be there. And unfortunately, as great as Will Ospreay is, he seems like one of those guys who just wants to be there right now.
I mean, there's another name that we can give as an example. I think you know him, Brian. He was like one of the first ever AEW champion. He got his eye taken out, but he's there. Not Cody Rhodes, John Moxley.
Oh, Mox. Now Mox puts in the work though.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Mox to me, he's AEW's backbone. I just like for me, it's like Will Ospreay as a wrestler, love him. I think he's one of the best. But if this hectic schedule report, because that's what it is, they could have said anything else, dog. Like, oh, his wife is sick, whatever. It's just the fact that after hectic schedules, like, bro, you work 3 nights for the first time in your AEW tenure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you work 3 nights for the first time in your AEW tenure, bro. Relax, bro. Because I like that's the only thing for me. Because even then, like when Will there's times where Will Ospreay don't even wrestle on Dynamite. He just cut a promo or something. So that's why it's so alarming to me as a fan and somebody, you know, who knows the business a little bit now that we do content creation on it and stuff like that. That you see a guy doing this, because it just doesn't look good when you just clap back at Triple H about a month ago or so about the grind comment, and then this is the report.
It looks bad. Yeah, you're right.
When
that's
what it comes is out me. Like this, after that, it doesn't look good at all.
Like he says he's going to restore the feeling, so AEW is supposed to build the company on his back. This kind of behavior makes me kind of, you know, suspicious of that.
But would y'all say Will Ospreay failed AEW tonight?
I wouldn't
go
1 week. I wouldn't go that far. It's 1 week. He'll be back next Wednesday. But if I do continue to see this, I'm gonna cook him.
Exactly. We just got it in the radar now. What we're gonna see.
Yeah.